I can't go back to you, my friend. Don't even ask, don't play pretend.
You know you left me lonely, I could tell them the whole story. It may take a couple hours, I've got time, let's get to chat. How could I explain the situation? Man, it's so damn complicated. Where do I start, where do I end? I should go back to bed. I'm going back to all the basics, teaching myself now how to erase it. It's like learning a whole new language, and I'm afraid, too scared to face it. I just want consistent clarity, but all my thoughts destroying me. Some peace of mind is all I need to give peace to all of my family. I can't go back to you, my friend. Don't even ask, don't play pretend. You think you are everything I need, but I gotta leave. Try but can't get through to me. It's not you, yeah, it's always me. I close my heart to you, you see it opens up for nobody. It's been so hard to fall asleep. The weather always makes my nose bleed, makes my nose bleed. It's so hard to believe that one day I'll feel peace. I want control over my life, I want that driver's seat. Yeah, it's not you that I need. You push me down when I'm weak. You were never there for me. Go pick up your keys and leave. I can't go back to you, my friend. Can't go back to you, my friend. Don't even ask, don't play pretend. Cause you think you are everything I need, but I gotta leave.
Maybe I'm a little young, but you don't know what I've become. Can't you see it in my face?
Good morning, everybody. Are we ready for some more coffee with Peepaw this morning? Good morning, Gigi. How are you this morning? Well, today we're going to be, there's been a little bit of an update on the Todd and Julie Chrisley story. I'm not particularly certain whether or not I've ever talked about them on this channel. I do know that we covered it back on Clear as Mud back in the day. We talked about them. We'll get into that a little bit. They're currently Todd and Julie, their husband and wife, are currently serving 12 and 7 years, respectively, in federal prison. They went from being a staple on the USA Network. It was one of these, what do you call them? Kind of a scripted reality TV, scripted, non-scripted type. You know how they do those reality TV shows. It was kind of one of those deals. But anyway, I've got some stuff. Well, if you don't know who the Chrisleys are, I'll introduce you to them and stuff, so forth. The crazy Mormons. No, they're not Mormons, Tuja. They're not Mormons. Anyway, so let's get into the show. Today's soup of the day is coffee, of course, right? Always have a little coffee for the soup of the day. There was a couple of things that I came across over the last couple of days before we get into the story. I've got some trailers. Now, this first trailer is not. I'm gonna just tell you right now. It fooled a lot of people into thinking that it was like a real movie trailer, but it's not. It's one of these fan fiction things. But it was so well done that I thought I would share it with you because one, it stars or it has highlighted, rather, I guess, one of my favorite actors, which is Henry Cavill, right, from The Witcher, played Superman. He played Sherlock Holmes in that was it Netflix? Netflix about his sister, and I can't remember what anyway. He had some cameos in that little Netflix movie where he played Sherlock Holmes. But anyway, I thought this was very well done. Thought I'd just share it with you guys in case maybe possibly you haven't seen it.
We are not like the others. We can have much more than anyone else. The problem is that the world is too small. For both of us. Hello, James Bond.
Now, I don't know if you could tell or not, but there was a little bit off with that actress of this scene here. If you watch their mouth, it's a little bit off. This is all AI generated, by the way. Did I mention that? I don't think I did. Yeah, this is all AI generated stuff. But it was so well done. This AI generation was so well done that it fooled a lot of people, and they thought this was a real thing.
James Bond.
Did you see your mouth there? Watch your mouth again, guys.
Hello, James Bond.
What makes you think this is my first time? I just want to remind you that I never miss.
And that's it. But this thing this thing was put out 10 days ago, right? And it has amassed 3.5 million views, right? Actually, this was all AI generated, and like I said, it really fooled a lot of people. I was reading an article; it fooled a lot of people. They thought it was real, and they thought that Henry Cavill had been announced as the new James Bond. I personally wouldn't be against it. I think everything that man does, he does a phenomenal job in acting. So I know right now, he's they're in the process of doing a Warhammer 40K. I think it's going to be a movie. I know he's mixed up in it, and he's a huge Warhammer fan. Henry Cavill is basically just a big nerd like the rest of us, and and really screw AI, right? I only use it to meme. Yeah, Rian. I'll be honest with you. I tried to do some of the AI generation like, to help me make my thumbnails. But I can't, I don't know how to word the words to make the things. And, some of the stuff that I see, some of the people that, uh, some of the stuff that they do is just, it is unreal how just, cool it is. But, I'm not cool enough. The other big trailer, this one's real. This one's we're fixing to watch is real. And I'm sure that all of you have probably already watched this. But I think we can all watch it and kind of fanboy or fangirl over to this again. The Deadpool 3, or they're calling it Deadpool and Wolverine. I'm not for sure what the title of the movie is going to be. I don't know if it's going to be Deadpool Wolverine or Deadpool 3, but anyway, irrespective. The trailer dropped. Anyway, it's very interesting. So I've got the trailer queued up here. Let's just
I told you, you're not welcome here.
give it a little watch here.
Anywhere. Now get the fuck out of my bar.
Just give me one more drink and then I'll leave.
Hi, Peanut. I'm gonna need you to come with me right now.
Look, lady, I'm not interested.
All right, well, I'm sort of on the tick-tick, so upsy daisy. Here we go. Oh, whiskey dick of the claws. It's quite common in Wolverines over 40.
You don't want this.
Unless you want to take a deep breath through your fucking forehead, I suggest you reconsider. I'm about to lose everything that I've ever cared about.
Not my fucking problem.
Is that what you said when your world went to shit?
Come again.
This Wolverine let down his entire world.
Want to talk about what's haunting you, or should we wait for a third act flashback?
Go fuck yourself.
I don't know anything about saving worlds, but you do.
Trust me, kid, I'm no hero.
You were an X-Man. You were the X-Man. I am soaking wet right now.
Boys are so silly.
This is what I'm talking about. Big slow motion action sequence. Who knows if you live or die? Let's fucking go.
Let's fucking go.
Want to do some cocaine?
Hey, cocaine is the one thing that Feige said is off limits.
What about Bolivian marching powder?
They know all the slang terms. They have a list.
Even snowboarding?
Even disco dust.
White girl interrupter?
Even force bump.
Do you want to build a snowman?
Yes! But I can't.
Okay. Well, what? Okay, get off of there. All right. So, in this 2-minute and 38-second trailer, I counted 6 fucks. Now, I don't know, but I'm just like, this is Disney. Remember, guys, this is going to be a Disney movie. We seen Wolverine give Deadpool a vasectomy, real time, no anesthesia. There was, in 2 minutes and 38 seconds, there were 6 fucks. I don't know, man. This could be a whole new world, Without fucking, there's no kids. Well, yes, Gigi, indubitably, yes. Without any copulation, there are no children. You're correct. Well, that's not entirely true. That's not entirely true. Because I seen a thing where they extracted the semen from a dead man's body shortly after he expired and froze it so that later on his very young, is an old man, he died, whatever. And so his young bride or whatever could have he would have heirs. So it was all in a petri dish. It was very anticlimactic. Whatever I'm describing is way less. I know it's, but hey, this show is not on the Disney Channel, so it doesn't count. Okay. I'm gonna just say I'm looking forward to this movie because I like Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman. I think it's gonna be really good. Extracted from the man's testicles, exactly. Also morning, exactly. Nothing like a post-mortem. Yeah. Testicles. We'll call that testicles. I think it looks better than any movies I was. You might tell you what. I'm okay. Let me go full screen for this. I'm gonna get on a rant for here just a second. The reason why I don't mind superhero movies so much, as long as they don't just keep making them until they run them into the ground. And I understand that they draw upon the comic books for canon, for the characters and storylines and stuff like that. I'm okay. I'm okay for them using that as source material. I have no problems with that. But when they remake movies, like I saw, what was it? I seen a thing where they said they were fixed to what movie was it they were fixed to remake? And I literally just wanted to take a very long walk off of a short pier. What movie was it? Because my problem is Hollywood, and more specifically the writers in Hollywood, are just remaking movies now. They've gotten so damn lazy. And they're like, oh, it's been 20 years. We should remake this movie. No. Some movies are fine. They don't need a remake, right? Just leave them the hell alone. We don't need a remake. Go watch the original, right? We understand that maybe the special effects weren't that great back in the time, right? And so they're a little bit shitty. We get that. But you know what? That's kind of what adds to their charm. Can we just be realistic? It was kind of like, all right, I'm really going to rant now here for a minute. So, Star Wars, Episode 4, Star Wars, right? A New Hope, was released in the summer of, I believe, 1977, right? Then in like, what was it, sometime in the 90s, George Lucas decides in his infinite wisdom that he's going to re-release episodes 4, 5, and 6, which was A New Hope, The Empire Strikes Back, and Return of the Jedi. But this time he says, my nose is itching, someone's talking about me. This time he is going to do all the things and put in the things that he wanted to do, but he didn't do beforehand because he didn't have the time or the budget. So he puts out this new versions, basically, of all with added scenes, and he redid the CGI and all that stuff. And okay, fine, whatever. But then, right, to pour salt in the wound, he makes the original ones essentially disappear. Pulls them from the shelves, right? Can't buy the original ones anymore. The pre-redone ones by George Lucas. Well, guess what? I have all the pre-ones on VHS, and I have the Laserdisc versions. So, suck it. But it's just, I don't understand. He added the graphics, but no, I didn't like it. I did not like it. Gigi, you're wrong. You're wrong. And I understand that sometimes, because when George Lucas was making Star Wars, he's a brand new director, and I understand that, you kind of get, restricted. I get that, but I believe that sometimes fate steps in and says, you know what, this is the movie as it should be, not what it could have been, but this is what it should be. Thou dost protest too much. Well, maybe I do. I don't know. Whatever. But anyway, I like originality, right? And making original movies, and let's just quit remaking movies. That's my point. Whatever. All right. So let's talk about the Chrisleys. So in case some of you guys do not know who the Chrisleys are, here's a short little segment to kind of give you an idea. Now, the whole premise of this reality TV show was this very well-to-do Southern family. The show originally, they started out, they were in Georgia, and it was the father, Todd, and his wife, Julie, it was his second wife, her first marriage, his second marriage. His mother, Nanny Faye, they had 3 children. They had Grayson was the baby, and then they had Savannah, which was the middle daughter, and then the oldest one, Jiminy Pete, I've forgotten his damn name. I can't remember his name. Doesn't matter. But anyway, and they were half-hour little sitcom shows, and they would get into these situations, and they were of course they were scripted or whatever. When my wife and I first found this show, started watching it back years ago, and the first time I seen Todd Chrisley, I was extremely confused, because he's the most, how do I put this without, there's no other way to put this. He's extremely effeminate, prissy, just, I guess metrosexual. Is that even a thing anymore? But I thought he was gay, right? And I thought the whole wife thing was just a facade type thing. But he ain't. He's not gay. But I was just like, that is not a thing. Okay, so metrosexual is not a thing anymore. Well, you have to understand, Todd Chrisley, I think he's about my age. So I think it's still a thing for him, because he's from the generation where metrosexual is a thing. Anyway, so this is a little clip. It's from the USA Network. Here on YouTube, and they've got little excerpts and things from the show. Todd, it's kind of the TLDR, is sick. Yeah. No, it's considered vaguely homophobic that we did that in retrospect. Well, I don't mean it as homophobic. I'll put it that way. Whatever. I'm just telling you. Anyway, you'll see what I mean. If you've never seen the Chrisleys, or Chrisley Knows Best, if you've never seen this series, this is an introduction to Todd.
I'm tired. I'm aching all over. I feel like I'm dying.
You're not dying. You are a hypochondriac. You're going to give yourself a heart attack with all this stress.
Do you think that could happen?
Little stick. This is numbing medicine. It's numbing medicine. It burns.
What's that?
Okay. Jace, that's his name. The oldest son, that's his oldest son, and his name is Jace. It just clicked.
He's getting an IV. He's got the flu. There's nothing wrong with him.
Are you done?
No.
Oh.
I haven't even stuck the needle in yet.
Well, what did you just stick?
I had to numb you.
Oh my.
Have you ever heard? So, guys, they gave him a local anesthetic, a little local anesthetic, just to give him an IV. Because he had the flu. Anyway.
My God, well, hell, that hurt too. Oh my God.
All right, you ready?
I can't believe I'm doing this.
Oh, you can't move. I'm gonna
Well,
have
I
a
don't
big
think
needle.
you've given it enough medicine to be numb yet. Chase, why are you in here?
Just videoing.
Oh my God, this is a huge freaking needle. Are you?
Anyway, so that's Todd Chrisley. That's the Chrisleys. All right. So, anyway, what happened was Todd and his wife were charged with, what was it? Tax fraud, bank, defrauded banks, they evaded tax, they didn't want to pay their damn taxes. Okay. So in this article, this is a little news article. This is actually from the United States Attorney General's Office of North District of Georgia. So this was what happened after the trial and everything was over with. Just kind of give you guys because I want to accurately tell you what they were charged with. So Atlanta says Todd and Julie Chrisley have been sentenced to 12 and 7 years. Todd got 12. Julie, the wife, got 7. Federal prison after a jury convicted them of bank and tax fraud offenses following a nearly 3-week jury trial. Over the course of a decade, the defendants defrauded banks out of tens of millions of dollars while evading payment of their federal income taxes, said U.S. Attorney Ryan K. Buchanan. Their lengthy sentences reflect the magnitude of their criminal scheme and should serve as a warning to others tempted to exploit our nation's community banking systems for unlawful personal gain. Sentencing proves, when you lie, cheat, steal, justice is blind to your fame, fortune, and position. Anyway, this was a whole thing. While this was going on, Todd Chrisley had this very huge beef with a YouTuber that I'm sure a lot of you guys are familiar with, Without a Crystal Ball. They had this big beef. He was constantly going in on her on Twitter and on his Instagram. He sued her. At one point in time, there were so many people. Of course, Without a Crystal Ball, I can't remember what the woman's name is, but anyway, she talks about a lot of celebrity. She does celebrity gossip and stuff. And she was, anyway, there were several other people that supposedly was going to, is Joy Sparkles, is that her name? I want to say Joy Sparkles, but I don't think that's right, for Without a Crystal Ball. Anyway, there were other people that Without a Crystal Ball channel had talked about and was supposedly throwing in with Todd to do this class action lawsuit at one point in time. The last that I saw anything about that was they had settled. They had settled it out of court for, and I don't know what the terms of that was. That was all Katie. Is it Katie? You might be right, Rand. I haven't talked about her in a long time. I just know that that whole community over there can be a little bit obsessive. And the last thing I want to do was get them on my trail. But anyway, okay, so anyway, that was this was back in 2022. So Todd and Julie have been serving about 2 years so far. or roughly. No, see, I think that happened in 2022, and I think they actually went into prison, into incarceration, and I think January of 2023. Like, I think they had to turn themselves in on like New Year's Day 2023, if I remember correctly. Anyway, they have, through their family members, Savannah, and their lawyers, and I don't know if Chase has actually said anything. The main one I know has been Savannah. They've talked about the conditions are horrible in this prison. Well, not to sound, not to sound, I guess, what it's prison. It's not supposed to be a day camp. It's not. It's not supposed to be like a resort. It's not a destination place that you want to go to. It's freaking prison, right? But this is, I mean, it's a federal prison. And so as far as ranking of prison systems, I've always been told like these federal prisons are basically like a really horrible summer camp versus some of the like state prisons that, a lot of people that go to for things. The federal prisons are not as bad. I'm sure they're still, not pleasant. I mean, you're incarcerated, you're behind bars. But I don't think necessarily that either one of them have to worry about being shanked, or brutalized in some way, beat up, things like that. But like I say, irrespective, it's still prison, and nobody wants to be in prison. Well, so Thursday of last week, Savannah has a YouTube channel, and on that YouTube channel, she does a podcast. And the name of that podcast is, what do they call it? I can't remember what they call it. Unlocked with Savannah is what she calls it. She made a plea for fans of her mom and dad and her and the show to show up at the courthouse there in Georgia, because they were getting an appeal. Her mom and dad was appealing their trial, their sentencing, the whole kit and caboodle. So she was hoping that by having, I guess, a mass of people show up, that it would some way sway the judge. I don't know if it's like a panel of judges or judge. It's appeal, so it would be multiple judges. It's not just a singular judge. Would, I guess, some way appeal to the judges. The Chrisleys are alleging that there were some wrongdoings during the trial. They are alleging that there was falsified testimony that was given. They were several allegations. I know back when the trial was going on, that Emily D. Baker covered it, talked about it. She talked about some of the allegations that were being put forth back then. And she said that if in fact if the Chrisleys was able to produce and have, tangible evidence of these wrongdoings by the prosecution, team, that 100% it would be grounds to overthrow the verdict, and the trial would be, tossed out or what have you. So that's what they finally got before the appellate court to present these things, and that's what this was all about. That was on this past Friday. And like I say, here's a little excerpt. We'll just pull it up here and here. You can see here's Savannah and her podcast, but we're not going. It's 40 minutes. We're not going to watch all of this, but just the first little.
That's
bit
how
here.
it's going to end up. But the reason being is because I am recording this on April 15th at 12 o'clock, and this episode drops tomorrow morning. So it gives us very little turnaround time for my problem, because I've decided to do this the night before, and my awesome team around me has decided to do it. So let's just say if something doesn't look right or sound right, it's not a reflection. So in case you're wondering, April 15th, and our appeal is April 19th. So I'm recording this on Monday. The appeal is Friday. And it was super important for me to get this podcast out before the appeal, because so many people are asking questions. There's so many misconceptions, just facts that aren't facts that are swirling around out there. So first off, I want to start off by saying our appeal is April 19th in Atlanta at the Russell Courthouse. Let's see. I want to let you guys know, because you can attend if you want to attend. It is in Atlanta, April 19th at the Richard B. Russell Federal Building and U.S. Courthouse in Atlanta. The address is 75 Ted Turner Drive, Southwest. And I'm pretty sure our appeal is being heard at around 9 a.m. We're going to get there earlier. So if you want to come, show up. Be dressed appropriately. Obviously, it's a federal courthouse, and just be respectful of everyone around, law enforcement, attorneys.
So anyway, she's basically making an appeal for the fans and stuff to come and support her and her family as they went through this appeal. They did have a turnout. There was quite a few people. Celebrities even that of course that the Chrisleys knew and know. Todd and Julie were not allowed to actually attend in person. They had to attend via Zoom, I guess whatever utility they used, but basically they were still in prison. They were allowed to by teleconference, video conference, whatever, to hear the appeals. Now, so that was Friday. Monday morning, she put out another episode to update everybody as far as what was happening. I was kind of glad she did. I went out and looked. There was a few articles and stuff, but I'll let her explain to you basically versus me trying to butcher it. But this is basically what happens now.
Just everyone, just
come on. What? Okay.
Welcome back to this week's episode of Unlocked. And well, this week is going to be kind of similar to last 22nd at the 23rd. So it's a quick turnaround time, but the episodes that we release those because I feel right to release them. And all of you have been asking on social media, we want an update. What did you hear? What was the outcome? And well, the appeals process, unfortunately, is not very cut and dry. You don't have a quick response time. It could be anywhere from a month to a year to really whenever the judges get around to writing their opinions. So it's not normally a quick turnaround. And that's the really tough part because obviously both my parents are sitting in federal prison and I would love a quick turnaround. I would love to just know what their decision is so that we know how to move forward, because this appeal is not our final opportunity to get mom and dad home.
Okay. So as she says there, the basically the judges, a month to a year. Now during this time, one thing that I kind of skipped over or whatever. Todd Chrisley, from his first marriage, had 2 children, a boy and a girl. he is estranged from both of those children. They both early on when the TV series and stuff first started would appear. The son battles addictions, has some issues with substances. The son has a child, but both the mother and the father in that situation have got some issues, whatever. So Todd and Julie wound up adopting their grandchild, Chloe. Now, so when Todd and Julie were incarcerated, they had two minor children. Grayson, who I believe was he's either like a freshman, maybe, or a sophomore in high school. And then their granddaughter that they adopted as well. Savannah went and sought and got custody of both of these minor children. So she has been having to play or fill the role of mom and dad because she's not married. She was engaged to a guy who was a pro hockey player, and there was he has some issues as well. He even, after they broke up, their engagement was ended. They still were friendly with each other, whatever. He tried to 86 himself, and the Chrisleys, because they still cared very much about this young man, wrapped him up and loved on him, and kind of helped him through that dark period of time. And then I think it was like earlier this year, end of last year, he actually died in a motorcycle accident. And then, like I said, then her mom and dad, of course, incarcerated. She's having to raise her siblings. So Savannah has kind of had it like heaped upon her. I'm sure Chase is helping him, or helping her a little bit, as much as he can. And then, of course, there's Nanny Faye, the patriarch of the family. But she's getting on up there as well in age. But so I have a lot of respect for her, for Savannah. She's trying to keep all this stuff together, juggling. She's a young woman. She has what is all she does? I think she has a makeup line or something that she does as well. So I mean, anyway, I here's the thing. I don't know if what Todd and Julie, if they were guilty of what they did. I don't know. Court jurors said they were. So anyway, like I say, they're sitting in prison. So they had their appeals this past Friday, and so now the family has to wait until the judges render their decisions, and so. But like Savannah said, that's not their only avenue. They've got other things up their sleeves, I guess, to try to get her mom and dad out of prison. So I wish them luck. So, and hopefully maybe they'll, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. So anyway, but that's the latest update on the Chrisleys. Content creator goes viral after turning Mountain Dew into wine. Yeah. So this guy, Charles Bilo, who goes by Golden Hive Mead on TikTok, has dedicated his account to inventing new and bizarre mead and wine recipes. He did a blueberry pancake mead, a Dr. Pepper wine, It says he's not afraid to dip his toes into flavors never tried before. And his latest invention is no different. He did a Mountain Dew wine. So let's check this out here. Is it going to let us play? Okay.
Entire process. At first, I wasn't sure if this would even work, but I had to try. After all, the only thing you need to make wine is sugar and yeast. My plan was simple. Combine Mountain Dew with honey and yeast in a mead kit and let it ferment for a few weeks and see what happens. You're probably wondering about the preservatives in Mountain Dew. Well, I thought about that too, and it turns out they're ineffective if you slightly raise the pH, which is exactly what I did and is easy to do with a bit of baking soda. This might seem like a ton of sugar, but all of it's converted to alcohol as it ferments. So I set this aside, and the very next day, I couldn't believe my eyes when I saw it fermenting. I let it continue to go to work for about 4 weeks, and then I actually decided to add a clarifier to help it clear faster. Fast forward a few weeks, and I confirmed that it was done fermenting and got an estimated alcohol content of 13.9%. And now for the moment of truth. To my surprise, this didn't taste completely like battery acid, but more like a smooth citrus mead with maybe a slight chemical aftertaste, but honestly I expected worse. I consider this a massive win, and this is just one of many crazy ideas I want to try. So let me know what I should make next. I made wine.
So, would you try Mountain Dew wine or mead? Mead is great. I've never had mead. I've drank a few wines in my day. We have some local wineries here where I live, and there's one. It's called Blueberry Farms, I think it's called. They do one that is a wine that is made from muscadine. Oh, man. I love it. It is so good. Muscadine wine. But yeah, I seen another video. I don't have it pulled up, whatever. It was a YouTube video where these guys went down to this person down in Australia who makes moonshine. And in Australia, because making moonshine here in the States is illegal, period, right? Even for just personal consumption, the making of distilled spirits, like, hard alcohol is against the law. You can make beer, you can make wine, but you cannot make like hard liquor, like a whiskey or whatever. So these guys went down to Australia, and they actually made a Mountain Dew moonshine. So anyway, it was interesting. So, all right. So anyway, what do we got here this morning? Have kids, they said. Audio here, okay.
Hello, motherfucker. Fuck. Oh, fuck.
Whoa, hang on. Is this the new Deadpool trailer? Because I've counted about 3 so far in this 1 minute video. Good Lord.
Hello. Bitch.
No. Jenny, what are you?
A bitch.
Oh, yeah? What?
A baby.
Where you going? Take a shit.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
Is he here, right?
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit.
Everybody.
Oh, shit.
No, no.
What the fuck?
What did you say?
I said, what the fuck? What the
You know what's amazing is this is so real. It's 100% real. I can remember when my kids were little, and you had to be so well, Seth, I can't wait to make my kids swear like. Of course you would, Seth. Of course you would. But when my kids were little bitty fellers, man, my mouth got me in trouble so many times have, I'd say, let a word slip or whatever. And then, of course, they're like little parrots, they hear, and the wife would get on to me, snap your leg. I said, boy. It never fails. They wait, right, till you get around like other people, and they say this things just to embarrass you. I swear they do. So what is this here? The scream. Okay, what is this? So we got a policeman trying to capture what looks like a pig. Is audio? Okay, here we go. Is he gonna get him? He got him. Hang on, is that a hate crime? Is that like a pig on pig hate crime? Oh, Lord. Oh, what do we got here? Raccoon discovers an unusual way to have fun in life. Let's take a look at this, what we got here. Jeez. I don't know. I don't think that would be fun, but what is he? He went back in there to go back out the chute. Are you serious, y'all? Oh, my God. I guess if he thinks that's fun, I mean, more power to him. I don't know if he's trying to have fun or if he's just trying to, get back in his house. Who knows? But whatever. What is this here? Stop. What is this? Oh, gosh. Girl tries to make a TikTok. Oh, my Lord. Is this a F around find out one? Hang on here. What is this? Oh, hang on. What? Oh, dang. She got wrecked. Let's watch that again. That's what you get. That's what you get for climbing up on you by your mama's spice rack. Stop that, you little. What is this here? Caption this. It's just. How's that not breaking? I wouldn't drink it. No. I don't know what it is, but I don't think this guy's been watching way too much cocktails. He's bouncing it off the roof. Dude's got anger issues. Nah. No. Not in 1,000 years, no. Hey, how you doing this morning? Not your typical mom. TikToker, yeah, exactly. Typical TikToker. Here we go. What is this here? Hold it. This is from the Hobgoblin. Seth? What do you guys is? Evil. Oh, this is Lamar. What's this evil Lamar? What is this? What did you do, Seth? Whoa, is this Waffle House? Whoa, Seth. Is that Lamar? Is that Glucose Father? Is that Lamar? Kind of looks like him. Is he in a Waffle House causing Listen, Seth. Waffle House stories. This is my wheelhouse. You need to stay away from the Waffle House stories, my dear. I'll let it slide this time. But
Oh
Oh, they done throw the busboy tub.
Hey, look.
Now, I like why all these people. Okay, if they did stay around filming, of course, we wouldn't have it to watch. But could they not help? You know, like want to put the camera down, you know, and I don't know. So, what is it? Well, Lamar is bone of mine, so I have rights on this one. Is one of mine. So, hey, look, I know Lamar. I've had conversations with Lamar. He's okay, other than I don't know those kitty headphone things he wears. I'm not for sure about all that. But. Look at they throwing stuff. I don't know why I don't know why this dude's lost his mind. I do like his shirt though. I think his shirt's kind of cool. He's trying to throw. What's he trying? Cash. He's trying to throw the POS system at him. Holy smokes!
Yeah.
Find mark your token black friend. Find your own. Seth, you need. Oh Lord.
He said, "I'm just trying to get my motherfucking Wi-Fi and go home."
Exactly. Just
Wi-Fi is crazy. Hey, IHOP, where's that?
No, it's Waffle House. I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, what else? What's this one we got? Nothing. That was it. That was our last one for the day. Where we at? 7:26. Hey, good timing. Good timing. All right. Okay. So, what did we learn today? We learned that AI is making movie trailers that we'll never see. We learned that Disney is okay with the word fuck now. We learned that Hollywood is remaking things that they should never remake. They just leave the classics, and they just need to come up with new original stories. We learned that the Chrisleys will know anywhere from a month to a year whether or not if their appeal was accepted, and if they'll get out of prison. We learned that Seth has a quote token black friend that likes to throw things at a Waffle House late at night.
To be a green tower alone on the sea. You became the light on the dark side of me. Ooh.
You have a beautiful voice, Seth. Thank you for that serenade this morning. I appreciate that. And that's why she's my favorite. She doesn't take things seriously. So, anyway. By the way, Late Night with the Devil was mid. Watch Indian cinema instead. No, I just go to my classics. I go back because I know they're never going to remake my John Wayne movies. So I feel like I'm pretty safe there. I stick with my John Wayne movies. So, anyway. What else did we learn? Having kids will embarrass you because they will parrot the words they hear you saying around the house. And Seth specifically wants to have children just so she can teach them how to cuss. That's what we've learned today. All in all, I would say a pretty good day. Pretty good day. So, did I watch the new Roadhouse? Yes, Ren, I did. I subjected myself to the new Roadhouse. I watched it, and I'll because I'm not going to do it. I don't think I'm going to do a video on it one, so I can give you my TLDR on it. In a word, it sucked. It was one of those movies that did not need to be remade. The original one with Patrick Swayze was fine. That's a perfect example of why we don't need to remake these. If they would have made a movie that with the actors that were in it, I'd have been fine with that. I think Conor McGregor did okay with his role. No issues there. But to remake that classic, it was just, there was no need at all. If you've got Amazon Prime, if you are a subscriber to Amazon, you have the Prime, video service. If you have one evening, there's nothing else on to watch, you're bored, then, exactly, there was no Jeff Healey series. Yes. Jeff Healey is such an underrated musician. He really was. He had some really, really good songs. And besides that, the cooler, right? He didn't have the mentor like Patrick Swayze had in the original one, which was Samuel Elliott, right? There was no quote mentor to help, mentor him and stuff. A wise old sage, to help him process his issues or whatever. But again, if you've got an evening and there's nothing else better to do, you have nothing else better to do, turn it on, pop you a bag of microwave popcorn and watch it. But it's don't go out of your way. Don't make it a whole deal, right? Don't be one of these deals where you've got a date night with your wife or significant other or something like that, and think, oh, well, watch the new Roadhouse remake. No, don't do that. You are setting yourselves up for failure, and it will not end with your partner wanting to get all freaky deaky later on, because no, that ain't going to happen, right? It's not going to happen. It's just not. It's just not. You might even be relegated to sleeping on the couch at night. I'll be honest with you. I'll just be honest with you. If you hype that movie up to watch with your spouse or whatever, it's a great movie, whatever, your spouse will probably make you sleep on the couch at night. That's how bad it was. Honestly, that's how bad it was. So anyway, I did see a thing. I'll do this real quick. I'll just do this real quick. I think I can do this quickly. I know that's a shock, right? Riv to actually do something quick, right? Yeah. Where's it at? Let me find it here. So, how many of you guys are Lord of the Rings fans, right? The Hobbit, Lord of the Rings, the Peter Jackson films, right? The Tolkien books. Hopefully you read the books before you ever saw the movies. Irrespective, hopefully you, right? So I saw this come across my feed the other day. And here's a quick little article. This is not even the article that I read, but this one will suffice. So, the War of Rohirrim will deepen the history of Rohan and Helm's Deep, providing crucial context. So here's the deal. The Lord of the Rings, War of Rohan, is a risk for Warner Brothers, but the 2024 movie will likely make Peter Jackson's trilogy even better. The War of Rohirrim, I can't even say it, will be the first Lord of the Rings movie to hit theaters since The Hobbit, The Battle of the Five Armies debuted a decade ago. A decade ago was the last Lord of the Rings movie, or that universe we've had in theaters. This is no doubt an exciting prospect for die-hard J.R.R. Tolkien fans, though the film's animated format. So it is going to be an animated movie that is going to come out in December of 2024 is what they're saying. And it's the War of, so there you go. It's going to be the battle, basically of Helm's Deep, right? And Rohan, the war, the kingdom of Rohan. So there you go. And the main character is going to be a Helm Hammerhead that's going to be voiced by Brian Cox. Eowyn, which is going to be Miranda Otto. Hera will be Guy Wise. Wolf will be Luke Pasqualano. I can't even say this one. Ferlof Hilderson, Lauren Ebong Williams, and Freka will be a Sean Dooley. I don't even think there's like a trailer out. Why is it animated? I don't know, Tuja. They're doing it in animation. That's all I can tell you. It's going to be an animated movie. I don't know. Maybe if I had to speculate, they probably could make it cheaper animated than trying to live action, and CGI and all that is probably quicker and faster to do it that way. Cheaper as far as production cost, I would imagine, especially with today's CGI and AI stuff that they have access to. I would imagine that's probably, if I had, that's pure speculation on my part. So there you go. That is that's new news. So anyway, there you go. Yeah, animation. Well, they can de-age somebody, right, Seth? I mean, they've had movies like where they've taken actors, say like, what was that one? The Irishman, I believe it was, where they took actors like, what's that name? Yeah, I know it looks like shite. I understand that. I get that. I don't disagree. But I'm saying they can de-age, right? Yeah, Star Wars did the same thing with Mark Hamill. They did the de-aging process for the, or was that CGI? It may have been CGI. It was CGI that they did in the Mandalorian, where they had Luke come in there. So anyway, but Star Wars sucks anyway. Someone noticed. Yeah, it does these days. I won't argue with you. It does suck these days. So I'm not going to argue with you on that one, Seth. But anyway, yeah. So anyway, so yeah, I think that's going to be the show this morning. No, maggot. Star Wars did not always suck. I refute you on that. So you may not have liked it, and that's fine.
If you wanna hang out, you gotta take her out. Cocaine.
Jesus, you're so random, and I love it. Newsflash. I'm not having to go into the office Thursday, and I'm trying to build a show, so we may actually get a show tomorrow from me, and then one on Friday. There's some stuff out there I want to talk about.
She don't lie, she don't lie, she don't lie. Cocaine.
Oh, me. It doesn't. I'm just glad you're here, Maggot. Thanks for showing up. But yeah, I've got a. So what is today? Wednesday? Yeah, today's Wednesday. So tomorrow, my plan is if I can get. I've got the main story. I just got to find a few other things to kind of put at the end of the show like I do. I want to talk about. I want to talk about the situation that just happened with Abba and Preach. Alba and Preach are a couple of creators that I watch religiously now for at least a year or two, probably closer to 2 years. They just had something happen on their channel, and I want to talk about it. And I think it's something that's very poignant and relative that all creators deal with. So anyway, so thank you guys all for tuning in today. I appreciate it. Thank you, Seth, for your serenade this morning.
Tonight, no need to fight. Never a frown with golden brown.
Thank you, Seth. I love your serenades. You have such a beautiful voice. I appreciate that.
Oh, wait, before you end, I sent you something.
Mm-hmm.
You need to go look at that first before you end your stream.
Before you end my stream, I need to go look at this. What is
Bye.
this? Okay, bye, Seth. What the This is degeneracy on a whole nother level. This is degeneracy on a whole nother level. What? Thank you, D-Max. I appreciate that, buddy. Thank you for tagging me in that. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. I quit. Exactly. I love the stars. I'm with you. I quit. I'm done. You guys, you broke me this morning. Are you happy? You broke me. So anyway, yeah, exactly, Spectre. Wonderful time to show up. Anyway, guys, have a great day. It's Wednesday. It's hump day. You know what that means.
If you give this man a ride, sweet memory will die. Killer on the road.
Thank you, Seth. Insanity. Yeah, she's first it was oh jeez, I can't remember his name. She was singing Rose by what I can't remember his name, whatever, off the top of my head right now. And then now she's doing Cocaine by Eric Clapton. She's Seth, and that's why we love her. You guys have a great day. I'm out of here. I will see you in the morning. We'll be talking about Alba and Preach. We'll be talking about Alba and Preach in the morning. Y'all take care. Remember to keep your powder dry. And I'll see you in the funny papers.